clothing brand. Boyde is an ethical contemporary clothing brand that prioritizes sustainability, longevity, and durability.
All right, thank you, Samkelo. And Kabambi, could you go next?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hey guys, my name is Kabambi Mbiola. I'm the founder of fuata-moyo, which is a clothing brand, and it's a brand that I run with my siblings. Based in Cape Town.
Great, thank you very much. So, Samkelo, we will start with you.
Okay.
Our kind of anchoring question is this: on a scale of 1 to 5, which would be surviving to thriving, how is growth going for you and your business?
I would say 3, because as an independent designer, it's kind of difficult to penetrate the wholesale and B2B market business. So having local luxury brands into retail store, and also you have to educate the local consumer about the sustainable products process, which influence the price point of their finished products. But you have managed to grow independently, and there's still more room to grow as we are working onto breaking into the international markets, because it's the markets that understand more luxury goods.
And in this time, what has been your best growth driver so far? What would you say is the growth driver your business has experienced in the past year?
So being part of SA Fashion Week as our marketing platform contributes a lot in growing our business in different perspectives, and also being parts of platform like Designing Daba, Cape Town Fashion Councils. Also, I helped the business and grow the clientele, build the recognition and awareness about the brand. And also winning the menswear scouting also contributed a lot in terms of brand awareness and the growth of the business.
And what unexpected challenges have come with the growth that you've enjoyed so far?
So it's most of the challenges is to access the resources in terms of production and finding the right textile. It's tough. So in order for us to produce our garments, so we work with and collaborate with local artisan and textile mills, which contributes in having the products that is as high quality as we prioritize quality and sustainable production.
Right, and how has growth changed you as a designer? How has it changed how you approach your role?
The growth changed me into looking at the industry in the wider perspective, and not only focusing on the creative side, but also learn more toward the business side of everything, because it plays a big role in terms of nurturing and growing the business.
All right, thank you so much, Samkelo. We'll release you just to get your looks ready to show everyone. For those of you who don't know, we will be getting a quick preview of some of the items that these designers are making available in the pop-up shop. So Kabambi, we will move to you.
Yes.
So on a scale of 1, which is surviving, to 5, which is thriving, how is growth going at fuata-moyo?
I think on our side, we've been quite lucky starting our brand. I mean, we started our brand just from the ground up. And I mean, when we came in the industry, what we were offering was a little bit different. So we got a lot of attention from just quite a lot of people. I would say on scale to 1 to 5, I would say a 4. I mean, fuata-moyo has only been around for 2.5 years. And then when people meet us, they're very surprised that we're actually that new. I mean, just at the number of collaboration we've done, and also even having to showcase at SA Fashion Week early this year. I mean, it's been quite an interesting journey. And I think things are moving, I guess, as well as we planned it, but some of the stuff, it's also taking us by surprise.
You've also got the opening of both of your studios that has happened in the past, I'd say year or so. You've got your 2 locations in Cape Town CBD, and that is a lot of growth to have experienced in the short amount of time that you've had fuata-moyo. The collaboration with Fabiani has also taken place. You are releasing a collaboration with Heineken, I believe. Could you tell us a little bit more about collaborating with these brands and also launching your clothing brand at We Are Egg?
Yeah, I mean, it all started with us doing, in lockdown, we did our very first collaboration was with an alcohol brand where we curated. There was a program that was run called Save the Night, and we just got selected as a brand that could curate something in lockdown. And we did something pretty cool, and we got a lot of engagement from it. Then We Are Egg somehow, scoop us through from that, and they offer us a space to launch our brand with them. So we actually launched our brand with We Are Egg. This is about just 2.5 years ago. And I think like 6 or 8 months down, somebody from Fabiani was following our whole process of our brand, just we took people through the journey of our starting the brand and where it's going. We kept people updated. And somebody from Fabiani was watching that whole process. And yeah, they approached us and they were like, we want you guys to come and design our summer range. So last year, November, we launched that collaboration where we did the whole summer range. That was quite huge for us. I mean, we were like a year in. It was quite big. And then We Are Egg also opened up their Joburg store, which we launched with them as well. And through that, Heineken approached us. So the collection with Heineken hasn't been released yet. I think in the next 2 weeks or so, the collaboration is going to drop. So that will be fuata-moyo Heineken capsules. Yeah, so it's been busy, but yeah, it's been exciting at the same time. Yeah.
You also showed for the very first time, actually, at SA Fashion Week earlier this year. And what was that like as an experience for you, having already experienced so much growth on the business side, getting that kind of exposure in marketing?
So, I mean, the SA Fashion Week showcase was quite interesting. So when I first went, when they first approached us, it was through We Are Egg. And what we were supposed to showcase at SA Fashion Week was actually our collaboration with Heineken. But we didn't realize the conflict between alcohol and alcohol sponsorship. 10 days before the show, we got told, no, we cannot showcase alcohol collaboration on the stage. So we had to put together a collection within less than 2 weeks. Wow. So yeah, that was, it was quite interesting. But I also believe when you get put under pressure, you produce your best work. And yeah, that was our very first time showcasing at SA Fashion Week, and the reception was amazing. We got, quite interesting phone calls after that. And I guess the journey continued, yeah.
So now we're going to move on to your growth drivers, what you've experienced in the business in, say, the past year that's really driven growth forward. And I want to start with the fact that this is a family business and you work with your siblings. Has that been something that has helped you grow? Has that been something that has been difficult to navigate and could hold you back if badly managed? What has been your experience of having this as a family business?
I think our story as a family has always been interesting. I think we started collaborating before we even knew we were collaborating, I mean, we grew up in the family where dad was an artist and mom used to sell dad's work. So watching our parent collaborating to create this sustainable business. And so when we lost our father, who was the breadwinner of the family, so I remember at a very young age, I needed to step into what my dad was doing, which was full-time art, and I was in high school at that time. I was about 15 years old, and I started doing what my dad was doing. But then my younger sister was also just as talented, so we started doing it together, and the whole family got involved. And that's how I've always said that's how the collaboration of the family started. So when lockdown came and we decided we wanted to start a brand, it wasn't really far from what we've always, been doing as a family. So it was an easy conversation to get together and decide to work on it together. So yeah, it's just been an interesting journey as we also learning more about ourselves and our potential and our relationship. For me, it's been for the best. I wouldn't be doing it with anybody else than the people I'm doing it with, And as the growth factor, I think having the opportunity to open up our production studio, because that used to be one of our biggest, when we started our brand, that was our biggest challenges. And for us, so it was tackling what is our obstacles to create business out of them. So production was one of our biggest struggle. And from the word go, we decided we had timeline where we need to solve this problem, and not only solving it for us, but solving it for all these young designers based in Kenya that might have the same problem as us. So we wanted to create a space where anybody can walk in and can produce whether it's one garment or 10 garment, which was never a case with us when we were looking for production. It was quite a struggle because everybody wanted huge quantity. That has become quite a beautiful thing to do, offering, solving that problem for emerging designers and also solving it for ourselves and creating a business out of it. So we have a space, we call it House of Moyo, which is outside of fuata-moyo, where we do manufacturing. And also as a brand, we also do a lot of customization where we do bespoke, whether it's tailoring or artwork on garment. You could easily walk in that space and say, I want a picture of my mom at the back of my jacket, and we can produce that for you. So those kind of offering has been really great for our business, and also just keeping our collection also very, bold and fresh has been great. Yeah.
Right. So what unexpected challenges have come with the growth that you've experienced?
I think the challenges is always when you start managing other people beside, just your family and yourself, having employees and, the whole HR processes, hiring and training. And it was something that was quite a challenging, but also a great opportunity to learn. Working with a big team now of seamstresses and pattern maker and stuff like that. That responsibility was in the beginning was quite a challenge, but I think it's also been a journey into learning about the fashion industry in the production sector.
So our final question, how would you say growth has changed you and your siblings as designers?
I think the growth and the opportunity and all these exciting things that has happened is starting to make us feel that we are ready for that next step. We've always wanted to produce. The conversation that I've always had with my sibling is we need more premium African brand that can be represented globally. And I think that has become the vision. Besides just creating a brand in South Africa, now we're thinking, how can we take it abroad? How can we go globally with it? And also improving the standard, the quality, the offering. I think the vision is now greater. I think the more we get exposed and the more we start thinking bigger and and see how far we can take it.
Okay, thank you so much. Sumendra, we will move to you as Kabambi and Samkelo just get ready to show us some of the items from their collection that will be available in the pop-up. Sumendra, could you tell us a little bit about what drew merchants on long to these two brands, to fuata-moyo and to Boyde?
Perfect. Hi, Modupe. Hi, everyone. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but because you haven't seen it yet, let me try to explain. Both brands are extremely innovative, so I would say that they're great at thinking out of the box, but completely different aesthetic-wise. So Samkelo and I actually do know each other from messaging a few years back and forth, and this collection was particularly exciting to see because it was just so new and interesting. Basically, with fuata-moyo, I was really taken by the showcase and just how clever they were with using. There's something unique to be seen in the circumstance.
Great. So we will now turn to Samkelo, if you are ready, to show us a few of the items that are going to be in the pop-up.
Okay, this is one of the items, which is our Cubano collar Milano satin stretch shirts. So it's just our staple new monogram that we recently launched in SA Fashion Week from the recent show. So this is one of the garments that's gonna be. I don't know if you can see everything.
We'll run a little slideshow of each of these items at SA Fashion Week, just as soon as we're done.
Okay. Then we have a scarf that accommodates the shirts, which is it's same monogram used all over the scarf, and it's also a satin stretch satin Milan satin scarf. Let's have a look at it for
Beautiful.
Then we have our tailored trench coats in chocolate brown, which is made out of brushed cotton. So just with some intricate top stitching detailing to make it a little bit more interesting and have I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
So what challenges did you encounter in kind of producing these items, especially the monogram that you have?
So with the monogram, the challenges the main challenging is to get an artisan that can print it the way we want it to be printed and also still maintain the quality and something that's going to be on the fabric and last long.
All right, you can take us to the second look, please.
Okay. This is our workwear tracker jacket two-piece. So this is it's more inspired by utility and just workwear and durability. So this is constructed out of a roll out of a deadstock roll, a denim deadstock roll. So it's made out of heavy 430 gram denim. So it's extremely durable, and it is accommodated about with these pants. So it's also same fabric with double pleated fronts that facing towards the flat, and also at the back with some adjusting detailing, and it's a wide leg fit, and also it's a high-rise pants. So all of these garments will be available at Metron Long. They are currently available at Metron Long in Clinton.
All right, thank you so much, Samkelo. Kabambi, could you walk us through a couple of your items as well that will be available in the pop-up? Sorry, you're on mute, Kabambi.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I'm actually wearing the jacket. It's a denim bull denim jacket that has a lot of brushstroke on it. So I've produced a collection of these jackets that will be in Merchant Along, and I have these sunglasses that I'm wearing. So this is a collaboration that I did for SA Fashion Week that we haven't released yet. it'll be the first time we're going to release them. It's going to be on Merchant Along. It's a collaboration I did with Barlow Sunglasses. It's a sustainable sunglasses where they use bamboo, everything that they use all recycle good to produce glasses. But what we did, we took our off-guard fabric and we used them as a print on the glasses. And also the hats that I'm wearing. Also at the same time with the jacket would have a matching jumpsuit. So there's an image part, there's a one look from our SA Fashion Week was the yellow coat. Unfortunately, the coat is on the other studio. I'm on the art studio. But it's a coat with an image of we call it the Children of Biko. So it's a hand painted face of Steve Biko on the jacket. But it's a long coat. So those are that's one of the coat and the plain black jumpsuit as a look. We've decided that would be perfect for the pop-up. But the same jumpsuit is also customized. Sorry, it's still in progress. I don't know if you can see. So we have it customized. They are not dry yet, so it's still in production. The same jumpsuit in the same feel as the denim jacket. Yeah, in the same feel as the denim jacket will be like a matching jumpsuit that will go. Yeah, that's about the collection that we were thinking of dropping there.
So your approach to print or to, I guess, placement print or design is these brush strokes. Do you find that the items being basically unrepeatable from one jumpsuit to the other jumpsuit is something that people enjoy, or is it something that's been tricky to navigate with customers that no two items are the same?
I think people, for me, from my experience, people really appreciate the uniqueness of the offering, where no one item looks like the others. I mean, with the coat that we do in the image that we're going to do is going to be similar, but it'll always be different because the background and the detailing. So every piece that you buy, it'll be like you're buying an art piece, you know? So the whole concept has always been, you know, art was always meant to be on the wall. We're trying to let people wear the art. With the brushstroke as well, they're all different, but they look similar, but they're all different in placement of the colors and stuff, yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing your work with us. I'm now going to share my screen to a small presentation that just details some of the looks that we've just seen. So this is the fuata-moyo jumpsuit, and as well as the yellow coat. You can see the face that he's described kind of here on the side of the coat. So this jumpsuit starts in plain black and then is customized alongside the customer, or are there brushstroke versions?
So the offering would be, one will be plain and one will be the brushstroke version.
Okay, right. Then heading back to Boyde, this is the coat in action, moving beautifully. This is the denim suit, and I think here you can really see the weight of the utility denim at work, really showing its shape, its shell shape around the body. We've got the scarf here as well, and the beautiful silk shirt with the monogram. That's really great placement print, and difficult to kind of distribute in this particular pattern, and to have it exactly where you need it to be, at the shoulders, at the center line. So really beautiful work, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Samkelo, could we hear from you about work with designers and what Merchants is looking to do in helping designers grow?
Sorry, Modupe, could you please repeat that? You just broke up a little bit.
Okay, sorry. Could we hear from you about how Merchants mixes in established designers and emerging designers in its mix and acts as a platform that helps these brands grow?
Oh, yes, definitely. It's one of the most exciting and unique elements of Merchants Online, and definitely something the whole team enjoys being part of, is that we offer an assortment of designers. Being a concept store, it's not even just fashion, but you will get designers who are established and you'll get the next best big stars coming up. And this is something we take a lot of pride in. We put a lot of effort behind our designers and we let their beautiful designs speak to the world. We put them on our platform, and now having our UK office as well, it extends to a more international offering. And this is something we want customers to come in and discover brands. That's the whole point of being merchants, I think. In terms of helping, I really, assume and believe that most businesses want to help their suppliers. In our case, we definitely want to partner with our suppliers. We want to partner with these designers so that we can hear the tough trials. We can hear what's going right. We want to see how we can also work with you and not against you. And that's something that we take a lot of pride in.
Thank you so much, Samendra. Right, so we are at the end of our session and we have got 2 questions from the audience. Kabambi, I think I'll start with you with this one. How do you accept criticism? How do you navigate criticism of your work, of your business, internal and external, actually, because with as many people in your business as you have, I'm sure people don't agree on every tiny detail every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's always welcome. You know, you take it as feedback. I think when you're designing, I take my fashion the same way I would have taken my artwork. You know, as an artist, you have a vision, you have a message that you want to tell. You know, it might not always relate to everybody, but it's always good to also understand the feedback of where, people that are receiving it. You know, yeah, there's always criticism is always a feedback that you can always implement and improve from and work from. Yeah, it's always, people's feedback is always welcome to my work. Yeah.
Thank you. Samkelo? Sorry, you're on mute, Samkelo.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I was saying criticism helps you in terms of growth. So for the fact that people look at your clothes and analyze them, it shows that they have a bit of interest in your comments. Whether it's a bad or good criticism, you should apply that criticism into your work, and it's going to help you in terms of growth. So I've been taking criticism like in a positive perspective.
Great. So our second question, and we'll stay with you for this one, Samkelo. How can I reduce manufacturing costs as a fashion designer? What ways have you found have worked in your case?
In terms of reducing manufacturing costs, I think the more you want to make a good product, the more your costs go higher. So in terms of when you reduce the manufacturing cost, you reduce the quality of your products. So if you want to reduce the manufacturing cost, you should be prepared that your quality of your products won't be as good as when you pay high for producing your garments.
I think there's also economy of scale to speak to, but when brands are just starting out, that's a difficult manufacturing saving to make because you can't hit the 500 units per style that begin to save you money. Kabambi, do you have anything to add? Unmute, please.
Okay. From my experience, when you're starting off, you're super excited create all these amazing looks, and they can be very costly, you know. So running a brand and running a production house, you kind of learn where you can save the cost in regard to pattern making, grading the patterns. So once you have a pattern, that pattern shouldn't just be wasted on one design. You can keep that same pattern and just change the print of the same garment. That is the quickest and the smartest way to save, you know, your cost. Because, you know, the jumpsuit that I show you with paint and the plain one is totally two different outfits. But it can also be in another print and another print and another print, instead of going back and making the pattern of a new look. So for me, that was the easiest way to actually save costs in manufacturing.
Great, thank you.
And so also finding production house that can do small quantity. That's the one. Yeah.
Production houses like House of Moyo in Cape Town. Do look them up if you are looking for someone to work with. And that brings us to the end of our session. Thank you everyone so much for attending. Thank you Kabambi and Samkelo for sharing with us from inside your businesses. We really appreciate it. And we hope everyone enjoyed this session, and we will see you next week for our final talk, which will be another enlightening conversation with Gugu Pateni of Gugu by Gugu and Jacques Bam of the Bam Collective. Please do share your thoughts, your highlights, your learnings with merchants and with me on social media using the hashtag Growth and Truth. And remember to make a date to join us at one of the pop-up events. Cape Town shoppers, you have from now until the end of July to visit the V&A Merchant store to take a look at the work of these talented designers in that pop-up. And Johannesburg shoppers can tuck into Merchant's wider selection of fine design at the Okapi store pop-up, which will be ending next week when we finish the series on the 30th of June. So just 1 week left to shop there. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.